The Piacenza Bridge in northern Italy. Part of it's collapsed, and now the whole bridge must come down. 1,000 meters of concrete, 1,200 tons of steel. In just 90 days, it's got to go. The demo team will work from land and water as they battle a rising river and a dangerously unstable structure. It's a race against time and nature on a mega job with some mega challenges. The Piacenza Bridge, a massive steel truss supporting a concrete road deck. Since 1949, it's linked the cities of Lodi and Piacenza across Italy's longest waterway, the Po River. It's a key crossing point for 20,000 vehicles a day. But in 2009, disaster strikes. A series of violent rainstorms causes the Po River to surge up 7.5 meters. A section on the north side has collapsed, plunging 4 vehicles into the raging waters. Emergency crews rush to the bridge site. Miraculously, all victims survive the fall. But when the waters recede, over 16,000 tons of concrete and steel stand precariously balanced. At any moment, the remaining structure could collapse. The only solution, break it down to make room for a new bridge. It's a time-critical job. So Italy's called on demolition experts, Demolizione Speciale, or DESPE. The crew's on site today to assess the situation. Project manager Gianni Panseri's biggest concern is the engineering challenge. The partial collapse has turned the bridge into a potential death trap.
Tagliamo I 2 verticali che lo sostengono e poi ogni
Any cut they make could bring the remaining structure down. Gianni's solution? Use high-reach excavators for the entire demolition, so the crew never sets foot on the bridge. The breakdown will start at the north end of the bridge and work south over the floodplain to the river. They'll attack the bridge in 3 steps. Step 1, the strip down. Crush away the top layer of concrete. Step 2, the takedown. Remove the steel truss piece by piece, using floating barges for the section over water. Step 3, the cut-up. Break apart the steel truss pieces for recycling. But site manager Francesco Piazzoli sees a problem.
Questo per dirti che anche se ci fosse un leggero sbilanciamento laterale con
Heavy machines need solid terrain, and much of the work area lies in a floodplain. It's already early fall, the start of the wet season, when the Po River levels rise and fall dramatically. At any moment, his site could flood. They've got just 90 days to finish the job before the worst weather shuts them down. It's going to take an army cutting shears to slice through the steel, and a jaw-dropping assortment of powerful crushers to pulverize 10,000 cubic meters of concrete. Each attachment will fit onto one of a fleet of excavators, like the Cat 385. With custom-linked booms and all-terrain treads, these demolition tanks are up to the job. At headquarters, company president Giuseppe Panseri gathers his troops to prepare against their toughest adversary, the river.
Our biggest challenge is working on the river, because we've never worked on a river where there's the variable of the speed of the current. That's the most important point. We should work on land with the long jibs or look into a solution working with pontoons on the water.
Oppure studiare delle soluzioni con dei pontoni che lavorano dall'acqua.
The team mobilizes for battle, and the breakdown begins. This crew's worked together for years, and they've got this kind of demolition down to a science. On the front line, 3 high-reach excavators. These hydraulically powered jaws quickly demolish the concrete. While hammers pound away at this series of brick pillars. As they work, a second line of machines swings into action. They pulverize debris into bite-sized chunks. The crew carefully extracts every inch of steel rebar for recycling. But Francesco's got a plan for the brick and concrete rubble here on site. As the demolition moves down the bridge, he'll use it to reinforce the ground in the floodplain. Even in dry weather, this area is partly underwater. For now, that's no problem for the team's all-terrain excavators. But more rainfall would make it impassable. So before the weather turns, the team works quickly, stripping away most of the concrete. Now they can tackle stage 2, cutting away the steel frame. The company heads, Giuseppe Panseri and his son Stefano, are on site for the first takedown.
We had a very, very short time between the starting of the job, and so we are trying to optimize all the phases and try to find the best way to manage the concrete demolition.
But first, there's a press conference to attend. Their client, Anis, the government-owned company in charge of roadways, is officially announcing the construction of a new bridge.
By the end of next year, the new bridge on the Po will be complete. It'll be a modern bridge and a safe bridge, as well as an attractive structure.
But before they build it up, they've got to take it down. So there's no time to spare. Today's lift is a high-stakes operation. Any cut they make could shift the weight on the precariously balanced bridge. and trigger a chain reaction collapse down the line. The project engineers have calculated where to cut to prevent adjacent pieces from giving way. They've picked this 120-ton section to start. But to lift this mass of steel, they'll need help.